Welcome to part 2 of our adventure where we're walking from Glenfinnan to Inverie, the most remote village in the UK. We're in Knoydart, Scotland's last wilderness, and we're making our way from Sourlies Bothy to the Old Forge pub. Here is a hike in the context of Scotland. We started off at Sourlies Bothy after a really stormy night, and the weather was that bad, me and Natasha thought we might have to stay another night at Sourlies. But we walked down the side of the coastline and headed for this really marshy spot, which is really difficult to navigate, so do take care if you're following this hike. Cross the little bridge and then we start our ascent up the mountain pass, and it's quite a steady ascent up there with a switchback footpath that was really wet and very windy. You'll see from the video when we reached the top we got really blasted. A nice steady hike down the other side of the mountain heading for Inverie. Quite a beautiful walk, but lots of water, lots of wind, but we were really enjoying it. When we got to Inverie, we headed to the bunkhouse, which is just where you can see it there. And luckily, we've managed to find a spot there for the night before heading to the pub, where we found out we were stranded. And if you want to find out why, you'll have to watch the video. Enjoy. So just a quick vlog this morning because we've woken up. It was pretty stormy overnight. It's due to rain all day. And my camera's not waterproof, so I'm going to have to tuck it away for most of the day. We're going to be heading over quite a steep mountain pass. It's Scotland, so yeah, it's going to be windy and it's going to be really tricky in places, very wet underfoot. We'll see how I get on, but yeah, my luck's certainly broken with this weather. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll get my waterproofs on and get going. If I can film along the way, I will do, but it's due to be pretty relentless rain, so bye-bye for now. And just a little word of warning, there is a wind sound in the video and I've left it in because it just would have spoiled it to take it out, and it just shows you just how bad the weather can sometimes get in Scotland. Me and Natasha have set off. There's a dry bit, but we're about to walk through a boggy bit. And it's notoriously bad, so trekking poles out. We're heading over that way.
Now we need to avoid that way.
To a bridge over there. We need to navigate. Pretty treacherous, wet boggy, and it's been raining all night. So there's been waterfalls that have just appeared out of nowhere overnight in the mountains opposite. But me and Natasha are up for it. We've got about 9 miles to walk to Inverie. It's due to rain all day. We're camping tonight though, that's the plan. Right, I'm going to get me map out and make sure we're going the right way. Made it to the bridge. Very beautiful. Right. I'm actually quite enjoying this. It's not raining at the minute.
No, it's beautiful right now.
It's gorgeous.
Not considering what we were told it was going to be.
It's wild and rugged. Scotland. It's a tough old climb. You could see we're walking in a stream. It's that wet. Every now and again we get a dry spot. We're about
2/3 of the way up, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, we're cracking on. We'll be in that pub in no time, won't we? Hopefully. Down. Oh, we've been battered. Absolutely battered. We did wonder actually last night whether we'd actually end up having to stay the Bothy an extra night because the weather was so bad. But
we've been lucky. We've had a bit of
there was just a short reprieve, enough for us to at least get up the mountain without too much hassle, apart from it being extremely wet and wild. But we're heading down that valley now. You can see some sun, some blue sky. It's going to welcome us when we get to that pub. Bit different up here, isn't it? Lovely woodland walk, sun's come out, and an hour ago we were rolling off the side of a hill. Literally. Oh dear. Me and Tash are going to see if we could sort some accommodation out. We were supposed to be camping tonight, but the weather's going to be horrendous and we really need a shower, so we're going to see what we can find. Those waves have been our saviour because the ferry's not made it in this morning, and so the people have cancelled the bunkhouse, so we managed to get the last 2 spots. We were like, oh thank God we don't need to pitch a tent because it is so windy. I think we'd really struggle. Oh dear. We've made it to Inverie. We've just had a shower and now we're walking to Old Forge pub for our reward. So see you in a bit. Oh. Cheers. 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 Stop filming now.
time of the kitchen hours.
1:30 and I'm having some lunch. Beer with a view. So me and Natasha, I'm stuck in Knoydart in Inverie because our ferry's been cancelled. There's worse places to get stuck into though. At the moment we're just waiting to see what's going to happen, but as it is, our 8 o'clock ferry tomorrow is cancelled, which means we miss all our train connections tomorrow, so we're just trying to work out how we're going to get home. But what's the worst that can happen? We have to spend the next extra night in this beautiful place. The adventure continues. So we're just in the old forge, just trying to work out what we're going to do. The joys. Forge is just there. Look! Amazing, look at that sea. That's halting our onward journey tomorrow, but who cares? We'll find a way back home, won't we? The perfect way to end our little adventure, although it still continues because we've got to get home yet. Woohoo! Not the end of a brilliant day. Most fantastic rainbow I've perhaps ever seen.
So me and Natasha spent far too long in the pub last night. Anyway, we've slept well in the bunkhouse. Woken up this morning, we're set to get a later ferry, probably the 11 o'clock hopefully, but it just means that we're struggling to get as far south as we need to be tonight. So who knows where we'll end up today. At the moment we feel like we're trapped in an episode of Race Across the World, because we're just on the cuff trying to work out how we can get further south, because transport links, they're good, but they're very, very sparse. Nice, isn't it?
It's whiskey. That's what it smells like. It smells like whiskey.
Look at these DVDs. Oh, you'd be all right getting stuck here for a few days, wouldn't you?
Right, me and Tash, we're packed up. We're heading to the seafront now to see how choppy it is and whether we're getting off this peninsula today or whether we're trapped for another day.
Yes.
Plan is, hopefully, if it all goes to plan, ferry at 11 and then we're catching a 12 o'clock bus from Mallaig to Glasgow. But it all depends on this ferry, doesn't it?
That height is only some of water at the end because we're taking it today and we're going to cut it.
We're leaving, the ferry's coming. Ferry's coming in. Let's hope we get our connecting coach. We've got 20 minutes spare.
Just look how small this ferry is. So we set off and it were pretty choppy, but we were in a bay at this point. Once we got into the open ocean, it got rough. This video really doesn't do it any justice. There were at least 6 people that were sick during this 30-minute crossing. We were all very happy when we reached Mallaig.
Glad there's a lifeboat close by. There's the lads that we bothed with. That was such a rough crossing. Even the locals said it were a bit hairy. So it's coming to the end of the video now. Me and Tash have had a really long day's travel. So we're starting with that ferry journey, which did go at 11 o'clock. But once we got into the open ocean, you could see why it had been cancelled. And I'm so glad that they did. It was chocker. Even the locals said that it was bad. So yeah, we're here safely. We've had to take a coach from Merrig to Fort William, then another coach from Fort William to Glasgow. And we're now in Glasgow. We've got an hour to spare, and we'll be catching a train to our final destination. I'm going to Carlisle now, where I'm being picked up by Keita, and tomorrow I'm finishing the Pennine Way. I've got 3 days worth of hiking left to do, so I'll be hiking on Adrian's Wall this time tomorrow, so I can't wait. I must be a good punishment. I've done a solid week of hiking, but I'm feeling fit. I'm really enjoying it and really making my videos for you, so I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've stayed this long, please think about subscribing and giving us a comment. Let us know what you think. It's been an absolutely brilliant adventure, and I hope you enjoy. Bye. Cheers. Here's to adventures. Bye.